On the rugged hills of Nagaland in northeast India lies Kohima War Cemetery, where 1,420 Commonwealth servicemen from the Second World War are buried, of whom around 200 remain unknown. Standing on the location of the old Deputy Commissioner's residence and tennis court, this very site bore witness to bitter fighting and is symbolic of the high watermark in Japanese attempts to invade India in 1944. Designed by Colin St. Clair Oakes, the cemetery is located at the heart of the remote city of Kohima at Garrison Hill, to the north of Highway 29, where a small road leads to the car park at the bottom of the site. From the main entrance, where the register box can be found, the cemetery rises over immaculate tiers of pedestal headstones with the cross of sacrifice, today still symbolically sitting on a tennis court incorporated into the design. Among those buried here is Captain John Neil Randall, VC, of the Royal Norfolk Regiment, who was killed leading an attack on a nearby ridge in May 1944. At the cemetery's highest point sits the Kohima Cremation Memorial, which commemorates 917 Hindu and Sikh soldiers who fell and were cremated according to their faith. Close to the cemetery entrance can be found the 2nd Division Memorial, made famous by the epitaph inscribed upon it. When you go home, tell them of us and say, for their tomorrow we gave our today.
Inspired by the Holy Spirit, the late Bishop Abraham Alangi Matadil, STB, the first bishop of Kohima diocese, envisioned a place where people from all walks of life could find solace. His vision for a house of God brought together priests, religious, and the laity, and in 1982, the project took form with architects.
The cathedral is an architectural landmark of Nagaland and is unique in many ways. Its architectural might and complexity are a surprise. The church is designed in a Naga Gothic style and in a semicircle so as to maintain the topography of the hill. It covers an area of 25,000 square feet. The cathedral stands at 6,800 feet above sea level. This church presents the inculturation of Naga culture and modernity in its architectural style and in various articles inside and outside the church. The facade of the church is inspired by the Naga traditional house, Moro. In keeping with Naga tradition, the campus is marked with 4 gates in the 4 cardinal directions. It is structured with tons of solid iron bars, sheets, rods and GI sheets. Built manually with solid iron beams, this immense structure defied the limits of machinery, completed solely by chains and human efforts.
The land of the campus of the cathedral has 9.13 acres. This beautiful highland for the church was purchased from Mr. Satyo of Kutso Clan. In the month of May 1985, the blessing of the site took place. The actual work began in February 1986 under the supervision of Bishop Abraham. The cathedral was consecrated in April 1991 and was dedicated to Mary Help of Christians.
Modeled after a traditional Naga bamboo mug, the rear tower standing at 120 feet provides structural strength and symbolizes unity. Anchored by 9 cables, this belfry houses 4 mechanized Italian bells, producing notes that resonate as Do, Re, Fa, and Sol. A big cross is put at the top of the tower to signify Christ's majesty and that he is worthy of all glory. The cross atop the bell tower is also deliberately aligned parallel to the cross at the Kohima World War II Cemetery, symbolizing the cathedral's enduring remembrance of the fallen soldiers and the prayers offered in their memory.
Inside one of the cathedral's most notable features is the 16 by 8 foot giant crucifix carved from a single tree known as Kumbal in Kerala. It's among Asia's largest wooden crucifixes, a striking depiction of Christ's sacrifice that fills the sanctuary with a profound sense of reverence. It is believed that this magnificent crucifix is one of the most unique crucifixes of Christ with open eyes, frozen in the moment just before his death.
Gracing the sanctuary walls are intricate mosaic scenes depicting the salvation history, namely the creation, the disobedience of our first parents and the promise of salvation, the birth of Jesus Christ, the mission of Jesus Christ, the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ, the ascension of Christ, the descent of the Holy Spirit, the foundation of the church with Peter as its head, formation of the Naga Church. The roof and light, symbols of the Holy Spirit. The transparent roof and ingenious natural light system ensures the sanctuary remains illuminated at any hour, depicting a descending dove symbolizing the Holy Spirit. The fiberglass painting on the roof represents divine presence, inviting the faithful to live a life guided by spiritual strength. The 7 steel beams supporting the roof embody the 7 sacraments of faith, and the 7 chandeliers cast colorful light across the sanctuary, celebrating the sacraments, grace, and spiritual power.
Various symbols of Naga heritage adorn the church, from the Mithun head motif on the altar to traditional decorations. This fusion honors both Christian faith and Naga identity, bridging culture and spirituality in a unique, deeply respectful way. At the heart of the cathedral lies the Blessed Sacrament Chapel, where believers gather for perpetual adoration. Resembling a Naga village home, the chapel holds the presence of Christ, inviting worshippers to experience warmth and unity in prayer, just as a family gathers around a hearth. The sanctuary lamp hanging over the Blessed Sacrament Chapel was brought by the British war veterans who presented it for the Peace Memorial service held at the cathedral in the year 1989. The lamp is always kept lighted to make us feel the presence of Jesus in the tabernacle. Among those notable memorials, one of the walls at the cathedral bears moving reminders of the past, including tributes to Japanese war veterans, British and Commonwealth War veterans. Located on the right side of the cathedral stands the bishop's house, a residence shared by the bishop and fellow priests. This dignified building serves as a humble abode for the spiritual leaders of the community providing a serene atmosphere for reflection, prayer, and pastoral work.
Stepping outside the cathedral, a powerful reminder of Jesus' journey to Calvary awaits. Life-size statues of the Stations of the Cross are situated throughout the campus, inviting reflection and contemplation. Each station vividly depicts a crucial moment in Jesus' passion, from his condemnation to his burial. These powerful statues create an immersive experience, drawing pilgrims into the narrative of Jesus' ultimate sacrifice. The Catholic Cathedral Church Kohima is more than just a place of worship. It's a living symbol of faith, history, and the indelible fusion of Naga culture with Christianity. Here, generations of faithful come together, united by heritage, spirituality, and the timeless message of peace.
First and foremost, you know that the first Catholic baptism in Nagaland was 1952 December. So the church began after the Second World War. And the first group of missionaries who came to Nagaland are two sisters from Spain along with the chaplain to work in Naga hospital. So they came in 1948 and left in 1952. Before that, they baptized the first Catholic in Nagaland. Since then, the number has grown gradually. Now we have got priests and communities from all tribes of Nagaland. And the Catholic Cathedral is a symbol of that unites all tribes as the house of God, calling all people, the universality of the church, the Catholicity of the church. And therefore this cathedral is built as a monument of a fusion of the Naga culture along with the Christian faith. The whole architecture is a blending of this. Now, as you know, last year we celebrated the Golden Jubilee of the erection of the diocese. That is, in 1973, Diocese of Kohima and Imphal was bifurcated from Dibrugarh diocese and made into a separate diocese. In 1980, Kohima and Imphal became two separate dioceses. Now, Bishop Abraham started the beginning of this cathedral in 1985. It was completed in 1991, April. The dedication was there. Historically, it is important because that is the only time maybe the two warring groups, that is Japanese and the British, came together for a reconciliation service. So that's a unique event that happened for the first time maybe, that too in Nagaland, where the last battle of the Second World War was fought. Then, as I said, it's a fusion of Christian faith with Naga culture. The whole architecture is based on that, and you can see for yourself in the church. Now, this church is also declared by the government of India as one of the 100 pilgrim centers in India. And this is one of the churches in Northeast considered as a pilgrimage center. So our plan is to build up this church, this premise in a place of prayer. People can come together, pray, and I have many testimonies of people who have received favors coming to this church and praying. So my hope and prayer is that this become truly a place where people can come, pray together, receive God's blessings. So this is my hope and prayer that we continue the making as a spiritual space for God and for His people.
The FCC Sisters in St. Mary's Cathedral Prayer Ministry initially began with the invitation of late Bishop Abraham with an intention to bring about reconciliation and graces upon the people of the Diocese of Kohima and the entire world. Moreover, for the befallen soldiers during Second World War in Kohima. Thereafter, this ministry is continuing until today. From Tuesday till Friday, two sisters spend time before the Blessed Sacrament, interceding for the entire world.
The Mary Help of Christians Cathedral is one of Nagaland's most visited tourist destinations and a site of profound religious significance. During the Hornbill Festival, the cathedral experiences a surge in visitors, welcoming over 1,000 international and national tourists and local visitors daily. On regular days, it receives between 300 to 400 visitors. The cathedral's unique architecture, which blends traditional Naga design with Christian faith, and its serene atmosphere make it a must-visit site in Nagaland.
In addition to the religious programs and worship services, various other activities and functions are held here at the Cathedral campus. At the state level, different departments conduct their programs in the premises. At the local level, wedding ceremonies and various events also take place here.
Down here we have the Golden Jubilee Memorial Hall with a sitting capacity of 2,500 people. Down the hall we have dining hall, and attached to the dining hall we also have the kitchen. Along with that comes the water, the electronics, the light and sound. Beside the Golden Jubilee Hall we have the administrative hall, which has a sitting capacity of 200 people. These two halls are hired out for weddings, the social gatherings, conferences, meetings, etc. And the income generator from them are used to maintain this beautiful campus. The greatest accessibility to this campus and these halls are the parking facilities which are available down there with a little space for people to walk about. And also so many other facilities are again coming up in this campus.
I wish to tell every one of you that we have Eucharist every morning at 6:30 a.m. And on Sundays we have 4 masses altogether, 2 English mass and 2 language masses. The 8:30 a.m. is for English mass, and then 10 o'clock is language masses, and they are Angami and Mao mass. So every Sunday we have 4 masses, except on the first Sundays of the month. On the first Sunday of the month we have only 1 mass, and this is the reason. The main reason for this first mass is to celebrate our unity, because Cathedral is not only catering to one language group but different languages, mainly Angami, Mao, Lotha, Sema, Chakasan, and so many other tribes who come over here to worship the Lord. And Cathedral, being the headquarters of the Catholic Church of Kohima diocese, is a very significant and also important. That is why we have 1 mass on the first Sunday of every month to cater to the needs of the people and to also celebrate our unity, diversity, where we come to participate in one faith, one baptism to the Eucharist. For the Catholics, Eucharist is a very, very important. It is the center of our faith. For all these sacraments, we start with Eucharist and we also end in Eucharist. So it is a sum and summit of our spiritual life. That is why Eucharist is very important, and all the worship is centered through and in Eucharist. And this is what I wish to tell every one of you. And you're always welcome to Eucharist at 6:30 a.m. every morning. If you wish to come and pray in a very special way, we're always offering Mass every morning for you and for everyone, and bring all the needs, all the petitions, and we come and pray together there through Eucharist, which is the center of our faith. Till then, bye, and most welcome to Cathedral.